the announcer shouted to the crowds, who screamed their approval. Ed grunted. His face was already out there. The last thing he needed was people knowing his name. Full Metal, Ed said flatly. Being called that name was probably the only bit of familiarity he was going to get around this place anyway. The announcer lifted his eyebrow. It wasn't like he could see Ed's automail, so he supposed his confusion was understandable. You want a name? That's the best you're going to get, Ed replied. The announcer shrugged. All right, folks, are you ready for the showdown of the century? The undefeated Blind Bandit versus the newcomer, Full Metal, he shouted out as he walked out of the arena. The girl in front of him crossed her arms. Under the crowd's murmuring, the girl spoke. So, Full Metal, huh? Is that for any particular reason? Is Blind Bandit for any particular reason? Ed asked back. Aha. All right, eye for an eye. She lifted her hair over her eyes, just enough for him to see that they weren't reflecting back at him. Damn, you just got more impressive, Ed said, a tone of mild surprise on his face, something that made the girl in front of him crack up smiling. Not freaked out? Concerned for my safety? The Blind Bandit asked. Are you kidding me? With what you just did, I'm more concerned about my own safety, Ed responded. That's what I like to hear. The Blind Bandit got into a fighting stance. I look forward to talking to you more, after I absolutely thrash you, Full Metal, she said, shifting her feet as Rock began moving towards Ed. Ed clapped his hands, pushing them against the wall, making a hole just big enough for him to jump through. The girl shifted back in shock. Something about the way that the rock bent to Ed's will just didn't feel right to her, but she pulled herself together as quick as possible, just not quick enough to prevent Ed from getting another move off.